I've recently been using Claude Code a lot and some of the other CLI agents as well, but mostly Claude Code. And one of the things I want to do is actually automate all the actions I do on my computer, not just coding that happens inside a Git repo. And I've been exploring good ways to do that. So, of course, you can ask Claude Code to write a shell script or execute shell commands for you, and it's pretty good at that. But I wanted to actually control the apps on my computer. Now, at least on macOS, for a long time, it has had something called AppleScript. And this is really great because most well-behaving Apple apps have great AppleScript integration, and this allows you to control the apps themselves and also read information about the apps. So let me show you a quick example with Chrome. I'll just give some context to start with. Here I have Claude Code open, so I'll say you are running on macOS. When I ask you to perform some action that involves controlling an application, write AppleScript to do that and then execute that AppleScript. All right, so it gets that. So let me ask something simple like, tell me the URLs of all my open Chrome tabs. All right, so it came back with a list of all my open Chrome tabs. And yeah, that sounds about right. And let's look at the way it did that. So this is the Apple script that it wrote to do that. Note that Apple script also has this NatLang feeling to it. When they designed it, they wanted it to be usable by non-technical users. So while it is a proper scripting language, they have all these natural language-like constructions in the syntax, like tell application Google Chrome to do all this. But there still is a syntax. This is one of the reasons I could never really get into AppleScript, even though it's really powerful. I could never wrap my head around the syntax because it was in that uncanny valley between free-form natural language, like how you speak with an LLM, and a proper programming syntax. Anyway, but now you can just ask the LLMs to write AppleScript for you. You can also ask it to perform actions. So let's try opening a new tab. In a new Chrome tab, search for Hacker News. All right, so there you go, it did that. Now, the limitation, of course, is that it doesn't quite know how to get the content of the page or click on a specific link. Let's see if it can handle a particular site. Please open YouTube in a new Chrome tab. All right, it actually did that, so that's not bad. You can also use this for OS level information and OS level actions. So let me try seeing if it can help me organize my desktops. Let's see if that's possible. How many virtual desktops do I have right now? All right, so it's asking me for permissions, which I will give. All right, so since it's running in iTerm, I gave iTerm permissions to do this. Okay, you have 23 virtual desktops currently configured, which, let's see, which is true. I have 15 over there and a bunch more over here. Okay, because I have 2 monitors hooked up. Let's see if it can do something like, can you bring all my Chrome windows into one virtual desktop? Did it do that? It's doing something. Oh, okay. So this didn't quite work. So this shows one thing about AppleScript, which is that you have to figure out what actions are doable via AppleScript. And at least for the ones that AppleScript supports, you can do all this via the command line and have LLMs and agents like Claude Code do it for you. Note that this didn't require any MCPs or any configuration or anything like that. This just pretty much works out of the box if you let the agent know that it is on macOS and it has access to AppleScript. So I think this is a neat little corner of macOS. It's more than a decade old. I think AppleScript goes all the way back to macOS 9. But now in the age of LLMs, I think this can be really handy in automating computer use in general. And like I said, you don't need MCPs for it. You don't need a computer use model. It's purely via generating and executing AppleScript scripts. All right, thanks.